At a bustling train station in a big city where trains rumbled in and out day after day, there lived a beggar. He was a familiar face, yet no one really saw him. He'd move through the train cars with an old cup, quietly asking for spare change. Most people ignored him, some pitied him, but his reality was one of being invisible. One afternoon, he spotted a man in a sharp suit. He looked wealthy, confident. This is the one, the beggar thought. He can help me. He gathered his courage, approached the man, and held out his cup. But instead of giving him money, the man asked a question that stopped him in his tracks. You spend your life asking others for things. But what do you ever give to anyone? The beggar was stunned. Sir, he said, I have nothing. I'm a beggar. I have no power or status to give anything. The businessman shook his head. If you believe you have nothing to give, then you have no right to ask. I believe in exchange. If you have something for me, I'll give you something in return. With that, he stepped off the train, leaving his words echoing in the beggar's mind. For the next 2 days, the beggar couldn't stop thinking. What could he possibly give? On the third day, he noticed a small patch of wildflowers growing near the tracks. An idea sparked. He picked a few, and that day he tried something new. Every time someone gave him money, he handed them a flower in return. The reaction was incredible. People were surprised. Then they smiled. It was a small gesture, but it felt meaningful. He noticed something else, too. More people were giving him money than ever before. He was no longer just receiving charity. He was part of an exchange. A few evenings later, he saw the same businessman on the train. Filled with a new sense of purpose, he walked up to him. Sir, he said, holding out the flowers, today, I have something to give you. The businessman smiled, handed him some money, and took the flowers. Well done, he said. Today, you are a businessman, just like me. Those words changed everything. The beggar stood up straight, looked at the world with new eyes, and said aloud, I am not a beggar. I am a businessman. People around him laughed, but he didn't care. The next day, the beggar was gone. 6 months passed. On that same station platform, 2 well-dressed men crossed paths. One of them smiled and extended his hand. Do you recognize me? He asked. The other man looked puzzled. We've met twice, the first man continued. Once when you refused to give me money, and once when you bought my flowers. The businessman stared, his eyes wide with shock. You were the beggar. The man nodded proudly. I was. But today, I'm a flower wholesaler, traveling between cities for my business. He explained that he'd used the money from selling flowers to buy more, build his trade, and transform his life. You taught me the law of exchange, he said. The moment I changed how I saw myself, my destiny changed. This story is a powerful reminder. Success begins the moment we stop seeing ourselves as small. It's not about what you have, but what you believe you can offer. When you change your thinking, you change your world. What we believe about ourselves is what the world gives back to us. Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe for more stories like this.